Hello and welcome back to the Grant Mo 140 channel. Been a bit of a delay since the last videos, but between being busy, being away, not feeling the best, I didn't see the point of making a bad video. So here we are. I'm going to hear the fabrication videos for you. Today will be, in the first video I mentioned a manifold, an inlet and exhaust manifold to make for a John Deere tractor puller. So today we're going to make the exhaust one. So I don't want to make both of them in the same video because it's going to be a long video. So we'll do part one and part two. Well, exhaust and inlet. Today we're starting with exhaust. Here we have the cylinder head off the 5.9 John Deere engine. All come back from some fresh machine shop work. Bigger injector hole sleeves and that. And if anyone's seen one of those heads before of the 5.9, they're not very flow happy, I would say. They don't really flow the best, I would imagine. So inlet will be a lot bigger. Inlets onto it for getting more into the head, and the exhaust will just be more suitable for a bigger turbo going on. So we'll have we're working a two-plate design, so like a deck plate. So that bolts on the original head, as you can see. And then we're going to work machine screws set. Have I any sitting about? Should have, but I don't. Machine screws, I'm sure that's the correct name of them. So we'll use them, and this will just slip on and off. Just needs short, nice knots, tidy, done. So me and Charlie, put on 0.5, the guy I'm doing it for, was having a bit of time on the other night, playing about with different designs and that, what we could do. So I think we've decided, I don't know if Charlie so much, but I've decided, I personally think, what I'm going to do is like a collector type exhaust. So, well, collector type manifold. So I'll take this, cut these flat across the top, like that, so it's sitting flush. And I'll have like a box, like a box section, but I'll make out a plate. And the pipes will come up and in. But we'll try and keep it as shallow as we can, so we still don't need to move, well, cut a hole in the bonnet, because that would look a bit bad. So we're going to try to do that, cut that across there, and do that. So that's where we're at. So next job, we've kind of just thought it out. And that's so, sure there'll be some flow experts or manifold experts out there somewhere who could tell me the correct procedures of making a manifold. Like, oh, you hear guys saying you need to have your pipes all the same length. And you're like, maybe a naturally aspirated V12 in a Ferrari or something, where you're looking for pinnacle of back pressure. I could see where you're coming from. But my take of it here is we're wanting to come out the head and into the turbo in the quickest and most direct route possible. So having a conglomeration of pipes is just going to, in my opinion, look shit. So, excuse the language, but that's about it. So we're going to make it simple, make it easy, and make it tidy, because you want it all simple, easy, and tidy. It's what you want. So that's what we're going to do. So next steps, through the workshop, well, through the fabrication bit of the shed, and figure out what I want these angles to set at for the 90s. Can I tack them on, cut them across the top of the grinder to get my flat, onto the plasma table, onto the computer for the plasma table, draw and cut like the bottom base plate with will obviously be like an 8 of a shape, because I'll have to like compensate for the rounds of the pipes. Do that, start there. And then I can do a drawing on the drawing program, and that should help me like take some sizes of my 90s and what I can get away with angles, lengths of pipe, and what I will cut my side plates with like an oval hole to match the angle of the pipe. So that is that. So next step, you'll see me in the workshop with this on the bench. Now in the workshop, we've got in the 90s tacked on and cut. I didn't see any point of showing much people working a grinder, because there's plenty of folk at YouTube showing you how to work an angle grinder, and I'm not going to be one of them. So here we go. Got them tacked on. I also cut them to get the angles closer together. Needing just a slight bit of angle grinding in that top corner there to get 100% flat, but otherwise pretty happy. So I must have took about 18 mil I would say off each one to get them closer. But now you see, that's a massive That's a pretty substantial size opening, I would say. Oh, it's going to be coming in at 105mm by 52-inch pipe. So we'll get that. Pretty happy with that. We'll now get a plate drawn up from here, and then got 90s on there, and roughly we'll work out with some pipe what I need for there and there. So yeah, next of all, I'll see you in the office doing some drawings. A little bit farther on, we've got the two, where's my finger? Here we go. The two side pipes in. Just need some slight adjustments, I would say, to get her just sitting 100%. I've only got a couple of tacks, so that's looking quite, gaps are just about right, not 100%. Like this is just needing like a little rotation like that, and that would just sit her square. For a scene, I would say it's sitting pretty good. Happy with that, happy with that. I reckon next one will come up. I think I'm going to tee it into here. I'm trying to keep it shallow. That's the main game here, but not getting hot enough as it is. We'll do that, and then we'll go on to doing some drawings for here with the holes. And then I will get, once it's boxed in, it'll be fine. I'll just take a second, just take a minute to eat, look everything. Right, on to the second night of the manifold, well, evening. I'm in the office, on the drawing program for the plasma, doing a drawing for the sides of my collectors with the ovaled hole. So I will spin around and show you the drawings. Here we go. We've got the side of the collector box drawn here, the ovaled holes, and we're going to mount the turbo on like a 45. So that keeps it kind of low and at an angle, because the air will exhaust gases will easily flow around into the manifold. So if we, it's just fine, simple, clear the path, and that just gives you a better show what it is. Right, and then we come on to the nest and program screen. They're not massive parts, they're only 80mm wide and 220 to the longest point of the 45-degree angle it's going to be sitting at. And then it's only just about an 8mm plate that was sitting at the back of guillotine, so as you can see, nested in. I'll go get the machine going and show you it cut, and then we'll show you them how they're going to sit. Here we are at the plasma machine. Fine hyperthermous spray, simple to use. So I need my file, so I go down here, into my newest one, 2012. Okay, the manual, and you move it, and you go options, offset. And this red dot, you line it up with the corner of the plate you wanted to use, and that lets you know where to start. And then, simple, hit the green button for go. So it says it's going to take about 1 minute 30 to cut the two parts. It won't be very clean because of the right. So we've got on our side plates cut. Works lovely for my collector. Angle's done. I'm now going to make the lid to sit on, also with the holes, and I'll drill and tap holes for engineering studs to put a turbo on with, so it should sit tidily in here and manage to get everything off and on. The reason I've done this, taking all the pipe work off, is I need to weld around the pipes, and there was no chance it's getting in the back tidily, so take them off, good tacks, brace it a bit, weld it, then do this one, tack it, maybe do the awkward welds first, then do that and that. So I should be fine. So no, I'm going to go draw my cap and that to suit that, and then I will side it and side it. But it is a twin scroll manifold exhaust housing on a turbo. I don't know, should I put something up here for like making it one, or let it all just go into one place? I really don't know, so I'm just I'm going to have a think and see what I think. Some fair changes since when you last seen it. I'm still trying to get used to this videoing and as I'm going, because I'm kind of struggling with it because I just like getting on with things. But you can see now I've got a bit of plate right in the bottom of there, right to the top. For like, so the turbo's got it's a twin scroll housing, so I've just still put a bit up the middle, a little bit the hole to fall, done, down there. This in for the side, all nice put in, turbo's sitting fine. I'm trying to do this so I don't lose height in my bonnet, because the top of the bonnet's going to be, have about 90-100 mil to play with, so I'm happy enough. Take it off and do all this awkward wells underneath, brace this two together, do all my awkward welds, tack it back on, weld around my pipes and this awkward ones, because I'll not manage to get them when they're in, and if you do, they'll just be added up and there's no point, because I know it won't move, and then that'll just be put them on, and everything fit together. So I will, now I'll just show you, I'll take this off here. You can see where I'm about I'm a mil and a half out for the middle, but I'm sure it'll flow easy. But as you can see, down there, and now that will actually force the incoming wind up and in, instead of all collecting in the middle and not wearing it has to go up. So I'm fine happy with that. I'll get the right length engineering studs when it's finished, so no. Right, a bit later on, that's the collector. All welded up. Not as, it's just tidy. Welded all the inside of it a bit. Scrape some of the splatter out. Be smart when it's on, we'll go mount it on. We've got collector tacked on. This pipe here, welded and tacked on. I'm not really big into pipe work, but for the first kind of that, I'm not too bad, but could be better. We'll improve. Tacked on, great, really happy, they're in the middle. So I'm just away to weld around this pipe for to go to here. Set up, just, you can't get much simpler than that, can you? Clamp on the bench, so I'll come back when it's welded. On, sitting tidy, gap up, pretty similar, near all the same, happy with that. Everything sitting kind of how I want, all tacked together. Next will be unclamp it from this bit of 80x80 box and tack this to something like about 100 by 25 flat bar, or maybe something bigger and thicker, so when I weld it, it doesn't twist too much with heat, because it will need milled flat. But no, it shouldn't be too bad. Happy enough. Welding's, oh, it's okay. As I says, I don't do much pipe work, so all in all, happy. Right, that's manifold complete. She's all welded. Spatter is scraped pretty well, and a few little bits, but once it's cooled down, it burnt the inside of my arm, so I wasn't paying attention. But no, we'll get back letting them are tomorrow afternoon maybe, and have some point tomorrow and have a look. But no, I'll spin it around, show you it, then I'll nip the turbo on and show you it on. All welded, wire brushed, ready for just, well, it's all I tacked it onto this. There we go. Tacked it onto about 100 by 120 by 80 8mm 50D box, so I'll be honest with you, a fair bit of heat into that box, so no, aye, leave it. Later on tomorrow, we'll get her off and that, and we'll I'd imagine we'll get Charlie's lads to mill it flat just to make sure it's 100%. So no, happy enough. Happy enough. So yeah, looks good. I'll throw the turbo on just now to show you it all. No, that's her. HX55, just a, for I'd say if the size of engine the fuel pump setup, it's just going to be perfect. She'll spool up nice and everything, so no, I'm happy with that 45 and everything, and I'm more than confident it's going to, it's going to throw all the kind of, well, exhaust gases into the turbo, the exhaust housing of the turbo to get the inlet spinning, especially having the bit up the middle to match the twin scroll of the turbo. But no, looks absolutely, I'm quite happy with that. It's the first manifold I've made. Yeah, all the welding's kind of not 100%, like that one I give it a little buff with the belt sander. Okay, next one should be a lot better. But no, I'm sure Charlie will be more than happy. But no, that's fine. Thanks again for watching and putting up with me and my first real fabrication video on the channel. Should be a lot more to come, and I'll try and maybe, yeah, I'll maybe get more into videoing myself when I'm actually doing stuff like welding and that. But just now, it's kind of, I'm trying to get into it, because it's hard to get into it. I didn't realise it would be so kind of difficult to try and set up and that. So I'm not working the microphones just now, or the gimbal, for the reason of my phone's in and out my pocket, or sitting on the charger on the bench. It's too awkward to clip it in, clip it out, plug in the microphones. Well, my phone case, I can't get the microphones plugged in for the phone case because it's an outer box. I was like, oh well. So looking down the line, we're gonna maybe look into, is it the DJI Pocket 4 or the Pocket 3? Is the 4 the new one? Aye. Maybe look into that. I quite like to look at it. Just a handy kind of, must be about 6-inch long, and it's got the camera and the gimbal, everything built into one with a tripod. So really, if I start progressing well with the channel, I think I'm going to look into that, because that looks really good and looks like good potential. Still blow the glare off the lights, but you've still put up with that just now. No. Oh well, that'll do for the evening. It's currently 12:30 on 12:30 AM, so that's Wednesday morning. So I better go in, have a shower, looking a bit dirty, and that'll be that. I'll insert a few photos of I've got some photos of ongoing of the progress as well of the manifold. So I'll insert that, give you an idea. And then next time on the channel, you should see me making the inlet manifold. Still have to speak to Charlie of what he really is thinking for the inlet. I had my ideas, he had his. We'll have a think again. He'll be round on Thursday night, so we'll have a crack, have a beer. Need to socialise. It's good for everyone, having a bit crack and that. So no, thanks again. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Doing the editing just now at dinner time, I just wanted to say, the buzzing you hear in the middle of the videos, we haven't got 3-phase here and work a phase converter, so that's what the buzzing is. So you're gonna have to put up with that, because there's not really much you can do about it. So no, cheers.